I'm talking about our responsibility as parents in making sure that wherever we send our children to school, whether that's public, private, Christian, or even homeschool, just because you're homeschooling doesn't mean you're helping your kids learn biblical principles, right? Again, there's many homeschool and Christian school and kids that they don't care anything about God. Why? Because of the parents. It's not the kid's fault, it's the parents' fault, right? Because the parents didn't take the responsibility to check and make sure that what they're being taught is falling in line with biblical principles, right? So I'm not advocating for one over another this evening, okay? So don't confuse that tonight, right? But if a parent chooses to send their child to a school, whether public, Christian, private, or homeschool, it is the parent's responsibility to make sure that what is being taught continues to build upon the biblical principles that are being taught in the home and in the church. And unfortunately, in much of the education system today, what is being taught does not build upon biblical principles. What's being taught in much of the education system today has nothing to do with the Bible, nothing to do with God, right? And again, you can say, well, that's public school and private school. Look, there's a lot of Christian schools that have taken God out. They're called Christian schools, but they don't have anything to do with God, right? There's a lot of homeschools that homeschoolers has nothing to do with God, right? They're not really concerned about God, right? So again, don't think that this is just one institution, public school or whatever. No, it's in the whole education system. And that's why it's so important that we check and make sure that what is being taught is building upon biblical principles, right? Here's the thing we have to understand. Education is never, again, no matter what education it is, education is never worldview neutral, nor is it religious neutral. You say education it's got to be religious neutral. Oh, no, it's not. Education is not religious neutral. Education is not worldview neutral, right? You say, well, obviously, if you send your kids to a Christian school, obviously it's going to be a biblical worldview. No, not necessarily.